okay, I gave you a double shot. Well, we got reconnected and everything's cool, but then we got talking, and I'm a polite guy. I'm not just going to cut somebody off. So we just kept talking. You got to hear more Tastes Like Chicken. Everybody won in that, and one of the things we were talking about, is we were talking about how much I appreciate the music, but you guys have a great take on being an indie artist and the freedom that it allows you. So you were talking about that a little bit before. Talk about it now.
I mean, what I was saying was, we've made two studio albums so far, and everyone's been hearing the tracks off of Heartaches and Hangovers. But we're extremely proud of the albums that we've recorded and put out, and the songs that we've written, be it whether it was Lance or I wrote it or we wrote it together or whatever. But that's what's so great about being independent artists is we don't have record labels breathing down our necks saying that you have to take this song and you have to make this sound like this here, and you got to look like this on stage, and you got when you go in the studio, you got to do this, you got to do that. We want to hear this to play to the crowd. And it's like, man, this is our music. We can put a lot more into it because it's ours, and we feel it. And, we like to take everyone in the band's, their ideas and run with them and lay them down. And typically everyone's such a great musician that these ideas are fantastic. And now some of these ideas that if we were signed to a big record label, they'd say, that's not going to work. And they'd be telling us how to lay down our music that we wrote. And so as independent artists, we enjoy the fact that we have that freedom because, number one, it is our music and we should be able to do with it what we want.
Yeah. So, and like I said, I'm looking forward to the next album just because I want to see how that Tastes Like Chicken sound grows. And it will. It'll continue to refine itself, and I have every confidence in you guys. One of the kind of off-the-wall questions I had for you guys. I mean, Rick wants to know what you were taste testing when you came up with the band name. He wanted to know specifically what you had in your mouth is basically what you're coming down to. So, you can choose to answer that or not. I would tell him, I don't know, fish tacos, something like that. So I know you're both family guys. What do the kids think about music, and do you have anybody that is looking like they might follow in Dad's footsteps?
Oh yeah, I think a few of them probably will follow in our footsteps. They all pretty much take the music in one way or another, be it piano or beating on drums or trying to play guitar or whatever. But
I mean, as it stands right now, we just between me and Lance, we have enough to have a 6-piece band or a starting 5 in basketball with one coming off the bench. So, we played sports growing up and stuff too, but they're definitely showing signs of interest in music. They love to come to our shows at the venues that they can. But I know at least with my children, they're starting to show a lot of signs of they're wanting to pick up instruments, they're wanting to pick up guitars, they're wanting to, the little piano that we have over in one of our rooms that, they're starting to pick up. And I'm hearing a lot of Mary Had a Little Lambs and all that good stuff. But they're showing that they have the ear for it, the interest in it. So, as they get older, it'll be interesting to see if they put the effort into it, because, I kind of enjoy watching it just because when I started playing music, I moved to South Carolina between my freshman and sophomore year in high school. And at the time, I only knew like a chord or two on guitar and never really played it. But I moved here in the summer, and so I knew nobody. And so for those 2 months, I just picked up a guitar and just started playing and teaching myself. And I think I watched one video and learned a couple chords, one rhythm, and didn't put the guitar down for 2 months. And within a year, I was playing shows. So it's kind of interesting to see that their interest at their age. I'm hoping they pick it up at an earlier age, because I know I love doing what I do, and I've done it for a long time now. But wish I had picked it up a little earlier.
And the funny thing is, I tell people all the time, when I'm writing a song, a lot of times when I think I've got something good is when my kids start running around singing the chorus or whatever. Like once I hear that they're like, all right, they're picking it up like right off the bat, that it's like sing along type thing for a child. That's when I'm like, oh well, maybe I got something here. And so they help me in that way. They hopefully help my songwriting in that way. Like maybe I'm writing a bunch of children's tunes or something. I don't know. But no, like that's another way I think they're kind of picking it up. Like I'll be in the car driving to pick my one son up from school or something, and my youngest will be back in the back like humming or singing one of the songs that I just wrote, and I'm like, well, okay, maybe I need to keep working on this song. Maybe there's something there. It was catchy enough that a 3-year-old can remember it and sing along to it.
Worst case scenario is in a couple of years, maybe we'll just release an album of all nursery rhymes that we write.
Tastes like chicken, kid approved. Now, somebody's got another one on the way, I heard. Yes?
Yes, sir. That would be me. Me and my wife have a little girl on the way. So.
Dude. And Chad can attest to this. I mean, having sons is great. That daughter is going to take your heart and run with it.
Yeah, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's in the same boat that I am. That their baby girl is also the baby of the family, and so he's definitely got his work cut out.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
he has no idea.
But I'm worried about the bank account too.
The bank account, yeah, you can just kiss that goodbye. But yeah, my daughter is getting ready to give us our first grandchild here in the next week or so.
Well, congratulations.
She is the love of my life, and the hard part of that is she knows it. So, all right. Man, we've talked about a bunch of stuff tonight. New stuff on the way. I like the idea of if you ask my opinion, I think a 10-song album would be just rocking. But I mean, I'm trying to think. We answered Rick's question. They were eating fish tacos, Rick. They were eating fish tacos. I'll tell you what. Why don't you give everybody all the social media information, the website information, any gigs you got coming up here in the next couple of weeks that you want to plug? I'll give you a couple minutes to go ahead and get through all of that.
Okay. I mean, you can find us at www.tastelikeChickenmusic.com. We're on Facebook. All our music's on all the streaming sites, Spotify and Apple Music and Pandora Radio, and we're on iTunes and all that stuff.
Most importantly, we're on Music Mafia Radio.
That's right, and we're very honored to be a part of Music Mafia Radio. We have a bunch of big shows coming up. Actually, this weekend we're at Creek Rats and Merle's Inlet on Friday night, and then we'll be in Charlotte at Wild Wing Cafe on Saturday. And we have a big beer fest coming up. We're playing in September, on September 8th at Moore Botanical Gardens in Lake City, South Carolina. That'll be from 1 to 4:30 on September 8th. We're playing at the Greater PD State Fair September 15th from 7 to 9. That's in Florence. And we'll be at the Golden Leaf Festival in Mullins, South Carolina on September 22nd from 6 to 8. And we have a big show at Francis Marion University coming up in October too. So lots of big stuff coming up. We're like we said, we're hoping to go in the studio and work on a new album soon and get some new music out there. Hopefully get some new music on Music Mafia Radio, so y'all can have some different songs to check out. But like I said, we're really excited about the future, and we're very happy to be on a station like yours that caters to independent musicians, and very humbled to be considered peers of some of the bands and the artists that y'all have. It's crazy. I mean, I'm a huge fan of bands like The Revivalist and Blackberry Smoke, and to see our music being even like played with bands like that, and then you have the Cliff Wheeler Band and Susie Welsh and all these phenomenal bands that we're being played with every week. It's just really cool to be mentioned with those bands and to have our music played alongside of them, and it's just, we really appreciate what you and Rick and all the rest of the people at Music Mafia do for independent music. It's not the easiest thing to do, to be an independent musician. Like Chad was saying some of the good stuff, but there's a lot of obstacles too. But y'all help us and all the other independent musicians out and help us get our music out there to people that wouldn't normally hear it, and it's really cool, and we very much appreciate you very much.
We are very, very thankful to be a part of the Music Mafia Radio community, and that's what it is, a community, and very honored and humbled to constantly be up there at the top of the polls every week and week in and week out with all this other fantastic these groups and musicians, all these awesome songs. Just want to say thank you to all the fans that keep voting and voting and keeping us, up there at the top and voting for us to have hit number one multiple times with multiple different songs, and thank you guys for all your support, for all the musicians that are in this community. It's very, very cool to be a part of something like this, and we're very thankful to have had the opportunity to come on here and talk with Kaz tonight. Hopefully we get to do it again soon. We've got some cool ideas about the upcoming album, and hoping that things will go well with that. But we've got some cool ideas that we might be throwing around and working with. Maybe releasing, I know Kaz, you said something about being really excited about possibly like a strong 10-song album, but we've also thrown around the idea of maybe possibly doing like a little 2-part release, and maybe releasing almost like 2 separate EPs within a short amount of each other. So we're throwing around some cool ideas. Definitely got some strong songs, and we're looking forward to getting in the studio and working on it. And just thank you guys for the time. We greatly appreciate it.
Well, so you just gave me a whole bunch of stuff to tell you guys. Number one, you definitely belong with the Blackberry Smokes and Revivalists of the world. Absolutely. You may not be as well known yet, but that yet is the key term there, or the key word there. Some great stuff. You mentioned Cliff and Zuzu. I'm just going to kind of put it out there. I mean, you guys really aren't that far apart geographically, and I can't speak for Cliff, but I'm going to. I mean, they're okay with going on the road to doing shows with other Music Mafia Radio bands, and you know, a Cliff Wheeler Tastes Like Chicken show would be hot as hell.
And all these festivals they have going on around, you know, and they're all coming up and stuff too. There's no telling. I know that there is another band from the countdown that'll actually be just down the road from us at a place called Shiners in a couple weeks. I think it's Zuzu. Zuzu Welsh band.
Oh, Zuzu is so damn cool, guys. You know, if you get the chance to check out the show, check out the show.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be literally like 10 minutes down the road from our house, so there's a good possibility that if we're not working, we will, or at least I will be there, because Lance lives an hour and a half away, but it's only a 10-minute drive for me.
I'd tell them to make the hour and a half drive myself, but that's just me, you know.
There are so many good, I mean, there's so much good music that y'all play that, I mean, I don't even really want to put one, I mean, just talk about one band. I mean, there's just every week I hear something that I'm really digging. So, I mean, it's very cool. There's so many different bands that have something cool going on that y'all play, and it's really an honor to be a part of it. We're very thankful for all the play that y'all give us and all the other bands out there. We'd love to do shows with anybody that comes through South Carolina if they're looking to do something. We'd definitely be up for that. That'd be very cool.
We can make it happen.
Or if we're going through wherever they're at, that would be cool too. So,
well, and I know there are a couple of them listening. So I'll leave it up to them. You guys have put it out there. That's cool. All right, guys. You know. Number one, yes, we have to do this again. You know, maybe if you're going to do the 2 EP thing, maybe we can do something around the release of the first EP. But I want to thank you guys. You know, you're thanking us for our support. I want to thank you guys for submitting your music to us, because it's been so much fun turning folks on to Taste Like Chicken and again, I mean, just week after week, your fans and your supporters show how much they love you, and the fact that you're pretty much a squatter in the top 5, and we're okay with that. I mean, we've had squatters before, and you know, we're getting up to that time of the year, and I'm going to mention words it's going to make the staff cringe, but you know, we've got an Artist of the Year to crown at the end of the year, and I'm going to be really damn surprised if Taste Like Chicken isn't a big part of that discussion. You've definitely had an impact here at Music Mafia Radio. We are going to do this again soon, because I'm having a blast. You know, we've probably had as much fun off the air as we've had on the air. Yeah. But I want to thank you guys for taking the time to sit down with me tonight. Those of you that are listening, I'm going to make it real easy for you. TasteLikeChickenMusic.com. Get over there, check it out, get the music. You can get the show dates there. You can find out what they had in their mouth when they came up with the band name. It's over there. Now I'm gonna wait for Rick to actually go over and check it out. But again,
I'm sure Rick's got all sorts of ideas for that.
Rick, yeah, you know, well. Enough said there. Yeah, enough said there. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Hang out for a minute. I'm not going to say goodbye on the air, so hang out for a minute. I'm going to give you guys some Black Cadillac Kings, and I'll be back in a few, I think. Right. Yeah, I probably will.